They passed a sign that read restrooms. She dug in her heels to stop. Coheed, I know you've never had a body, so you don't probably know that humans need to pee when they first wake up. She pointed to the sign. Give me a sec, please. I need to go. He glanced behind her, then at the flow of people ahead of them passing through turnstiles. Very well, make it quick. Letting go of her hand, he appeared to shimmer. It was subtle but noticeable. She turned to go inside when she realized he was following her. Whirling around, she glared at him. Do you intend on going inside to watch me? More like watching over you, he softly replied. A man strode by and cast a curious glance at her. She then realized Coheed had made himself invisible, with the exception of her. Flashing the guy a smile, she lowered her head and her voice. I will not have you coming into the stall with me, and that's final. She held up a hand to stay his protest. No argument. Be a gentleman, not a pervert. He wasn't happy with her protest, but conceded. Very well, make it quick. Thank you. Turning on her heel, she entered the ladies' restroom. There were 4 stalls, all of which were occupied except for the last one at the end. She hurried inside, locking the door. She had no idea she'd needed to go so badly. As she went, she tried to comb through her damp hair with her fingers. It would be nice to be able to sleep in a bed again. Maybe they could find a hotel with an empty room. She never realized she could miss having a hot shower. If that wasn't feasible, maybe at some point she could convince Coheed to obtain her some shampoo so she could at least wash her hair. She reached for the toilet paper when the hand came through the wall, snagged her coat, and jerked her sideways. Her head slammed against the tile, stunning her. Before she could react, another arm came through the same wall, the hand waving as it searched for her. The fingers found her hair and clutched it. The scent of something burning filled the stall. Something shrieked, and the hand released her, withdrawing back into the wall. Dazed, Casi jumped forward, scrambling for the door. She managed to find the slide lock when a figure walked through the partition and stopped in front of her. For a second, she thought it was Coheed, when 2 hands grabbed her by the jacket and lifted her off her feet. She stared in growing horror at the demonic face staring at her, at the bleached skull with green stuff sliding from its empty eye sockets, and 2 white horns interlocking above the forehead. She screamed. The creature backhanded her. Her teeth clicked painfully together as it dropped her back onto the toilet. Casi gasped, the taste of blood on her tongue. The thing stared at its hand, where she saw scorch marks, and she raised her arms to fend it off. She was prepared to shove it against the door when the thing jerked her coat open. Snarling, it clawed at her throat, and she felt a hard jerk around her neck. This time, when the demon took her hand, the last thing she saw when it pulled her through the wall were countless pink beads bouncing and rolling across the restroom's tile floor.